Welcome back. The list of the highest paid coaches in college football is out, and we have why the highest of them all wasn't happy about everything on Wednesday. A former BPD chief passes away, and Alabama eggs led to a recall for potential salmonella. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. USA Today released its national database of NCAA salaries, an annual exercise in showing the rest of the country that Alabama takes college football more seriously than they do. Nick Saban's still number one, of course. The Alabama coach's total salary for 2018 is $8,307,000. Now that's $700,000 higher than number two, everybody's favorite coach, Ohio State's Urban Meyer. Michigan's Jim Harbaugh is third, and Texas A&M's Jimbo Fisher's fourth. And then at number 5 in the country is Auburn's Gus Malzahn, who will make $6.7 million this year. 5 of the top 8 highest paid coaches are in the SEC. 7 of the top 9 are in the South. And yes, Gainesville, Florida is in the South. It's a weird place, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but it's definitely in the South. Well, with Saban generating more GDP than some small European nations, it makes us want to ask him what else he could want. And since we mentioned it, it'd be kind of nice for him if University of Alabama students would show up for a ball game, even if it is Louisiana Lafayette. Michael Casagrande had a story on AL.com that explained that while the official attendance for this past Saturday's game was listed at 101,471, which is near capacity, that number's tickets sold, and the considerable number of empty seats you saw in the student section means that a lot of students who had tickets didn't show up. Now, Saban's suggesting that a different distribution process may help things. Others, including some fans, say that a cupcake non-conference opponent doesn't make people feel obligated to attend the game. It didn't take much to get Saban started on that during a press conference on Wednesday.
With Tua's success this season, how cool is it for you to see your fans kind of support him with things like Lay's and Hawaiian shirts at game day?
Well, I think it's great. I think that, I think what makes this a special experience here is when we have, great support from everybody in the program, everybody that supports the program, all of our fans, all of our students. I can honestly say I was a little disappointed that there weren't more students at the last game. And I think we're trying to address that. I don't think they're entitled to anything either. And me personally, I think it ought to be first come, first served, and if they don't want to come to the games, they don't have to come. But I'm sure there's enough people around here that like to go to the games and would like for them to come too because they support the players. So I've never said anything about that before. When I first came here, we used to play that tradition thing up there, and everybody was cheering and excited and happy, and there was great spirit. All right, now they don't even cheer. They introduce our players, nobody even cheers. So I don't know, maybe there's something else somebody ought to talk about. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Maybe I already talked about more than I should.
AL.com's Carol Robinson reports that a former city councilman and police chief passed away on Wednesday. Bill Myers was 88 years old and died of natural causes. He served as police chief from 1978 to 1981 at a time of heightened racial tensions after the 1979 shooting of Benita Carter by an officer. Carter was a black woman who had not been a part of the altercation that the police were working. Myers got Richard Arrington involved on the scene to calm things down. Arrington was a councilman at the time, and he rose to mayor that year amid dissatisfaction with his predecessor. Another former Birmingham Police chief, Johnny Johnson, who had been the city's second black police officer, said of Myers, "He was very serious about what he did. He was funny, he was sincere, he was a good officer." The Associated Press reports that at least 38 people in 7 states were made sick at places that were using eggs from Coleman Poultry Farm. Nobody's died. But salmonella caused a recall to be issued on Gravel Ridge Farm eggs with use-by dates from July 25th through October 3rd. So check your fridge. You're past the use-by date at this point anyway, so get rid of those things. Well, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back again for our Thank God It's Friday news briefing tomorrow. Until then, you're welcome to come see us anytime you want to on the internet at al.com.